Hi, my video is of me teaching Unit 3, Bend 1, Session 1. It seems very similar to a lesson I've already taught. Melanie and I were talking about this after we both taught this lesson. We felt that this lesson is valuable for all students because it reinforces that readers, even good readers, encounter trouble and must stop and fix it up. Many of our good readers don't go back and reread or figure out the hard words. They just mumble through and try to make sense. So even though this seems similar to what I've already done, I appreciated this lesson.
All right, so boys and girls, today we are going to talk about being the boss of your own reading. What's a boss? What's a boss? What's a boss, Tom?
Being a boss is like being a boss of stuff or being really good at stuff.
Okay, being a boss, he said, is like being the boss of stuff or being really good at stuff. If you're the boss of stuff, what are you?
Like you own it.
Like you own it, okay? How about you're in charge? Do you think that works? Elijah, what did you want to add?
Like at work, my mom is the boss.
Uh-huh.
She can do anything.
Well, because she's in charge, right? How many times this year has Mrs. Fawcett told you that you are responsible for you? Like at least once a day. Would you say I've done that at least once a day? What were you going to say, Mia?
Like 10,000.
Like 10,000 times. Thank you. Because you are the boss of you. And the best thing about it is you're also the boss of your reading. That means you're in charge. Mrs. Fawcett will do everything she can to help you become a better reader. But ultimately, that means in the end, you are the person who has to be in charge of your reading. Yes, Colton. It's okay. So, what do you think it means to be the boss of your reading? What do you think that means to be the boss of your reading, Clayton?
It means like you're really good at reading.
Okay, but what if you're not really good at reading? Can you still be the boss of your reading? What do you think, Vivian? Yes, okay. How are some ways that you might be the boss of your reading, even if you aren't the best reader you know? What do you think, Clayton?
Keep on reading.
Keep on reading because, hey, how do you become a better reader? Yes, that was 10 reads, right? And really, it could be read to the end of time. You have to be a reader to become a better reader, right? And you have to challenge yourself. Remember yesterday when I showed you this book right here? And I said, are we just going to keep reading the same easy books over and over? No. Is it okay to read easy books?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it's okay to read easy books because sometimes some of your most favorite books are the easiest books to read. Like Mrs. Fawcett loves the book, The Monster at the End of this book. Do you know that book? The Monster at the... Oh, we're going to have to read that book. That's an awesome book, but you know what? It's really easy for Mrs. Fawcett to read, but I still read it because I love it, okay? But if those were the only kinds of books I read, would I ever get any better? No. So we have to challenge ourselves, right? Okay, but here's the deal. Sometimes when we challenge ourselves, we get a little bit stuck. And nervous, and we want to give up. Should we give up? No. What is it called when we keep on trying even when it gets hard? Oh, it starts with a P. It was in yesterday's morning message. What is that big word? It was really tough. It's also one of your amazing words. Do you know it, Colton?
I think.
Clinton, do you know it?
Perseverance.
Very close. You want to help him out, Mia?
Perseverance.
Perseverance. Perseverance means you keep trying even if it gets hard. Okay? All right. So, you guys are fabulous at what you do. And we're going to work on becoming more fabulous. I'm going to read this book with you. Does anybody know? Oh, I heard somebody reading the title. Mia, what's the title?
The Dinosaur Chase.
The Dinosaur Chase. What's the very first thing I should do? What's the very first thing I should do, Allie? I should take a sneak peek to get my brain already thinking thinking about what's going to happen in the story. We're going to take a quick sneak peek. Okay, so I'm really excited to read this book. Are you really excited to read this book? Yeah, I can't wait to see what it says. There's the front cover of the book. It says The Dinosaur Chase. Hannah, you can probably show the smart board if you want to. The Dinosaur Chase. Oh my goodness, let's make sure you can see the words too.
There's a blank table.
Okay. It did go off the table a little bit, didn't it? All right, here we go. Are we ready?
Yeah.
One day, big dinosaur chased little dinosaur into a... Okay, I'm done. I'm just going to give up. Why are you shaking your head? I shouldn't give up. That's right. I forgot I'm the boss of my reading and I have a job to do, right? My job is to stop at the first sign of trouble. Did I run into trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Now, my trouble was that that word was covered up, and I covered up that word so we could pretend like it's a word we don't know. The truth is, you guys, that I'm pretty sure you know this word, but I don't want anybody to blurt it out, okay? Because we're going to pretend like it's a word we don't know so that we can think about what we would have to do if it was a word we didn't know. Jack, what do you want to say? Excuse me. Oh, don't say the word. I don't want you to tell me the word, okay? We're going to look and see what we would do if it was a word we really didn't know. I'm going to start over because I did the wrong thing. So here's what I have to do. Can somebody read this for me? Quentin.
Stop at the first sign of trouble.
Stop at the first sign of trouble. If you figure out that you don't know what's going on or you don't know the word, you need to stop right there. And what do you need to do second after you stop, Vivian? Yes, you need to try something. Well, hold up. What are some of the things we could try? If it's a word you don't know, what are some of the things you could try? Oh, I see that Clayton is looking over here at our Beanie Babies. We know that when we come to something we don't know in a book, or we start thinking, what is happening? We have to stop at the first sign of trouble. Then we try something. We're going to try to figure out what the problem is, right? Guys, why is it important that you do that? Why do you think it's important that you do that? Kyle, what do you think?
Because you probably wouldn't know the word if you didn't try to sound it out or do anything.
Yeah, is it going to help me to sit here and go, one day big dinosaur chased little dinosaur into and then just stop there? Is that going to help? No. Am I ever going to get done with this book?
No.
No. I have to persevere. I have to keep trying. Okay, let's look and see. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Today, while you are reading, you are going to be the boss of your own reading. Remember, Mrs. Fawcett said you can also read like a boss. So if you choose to be at your desk with your feet up on your desk, propped back, that's more than fine with me. Or you can sit at your spot. While you're reading like bosses, I am going to be at the table listening to some of my other friends read like bosses with me, okay? So what are you going to do today? What are you going to practice today while you're reading? What are you going to do? Addie.
When you get to a word you don't know, stop at the word and think about it, like with the strategy.
With the strategies. Good job. So you're going to stop as soon as you're in trouble. You're not going to just mumble something and go on, right? Because that's one of our bad habits that we've dropped. We're not going to mumble something and go on. And then you're going to try something. Agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's read our reading pact. Find a spot so you can see it. I'm waiting on you, Tom. Okay, on the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
We promise to try our best, stay in one spot, read the whole time, never waste reading time, try to tackle hard words, work well with partners, never give up!
All right, thank you very much. Go to your reading. reading spots, or you may read like a boss at your desk.